Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Hope y'all are doing well this morning. Let's take a look, see who we got hanging out over here. I saw we had a few early birds hanging out over in the chat. Got George. Good morning. How you doing, George? What is he saying here? Weather report. Cloudy with a high of 38. Sunrise 6:59. Sunset 6:38. Welcome to the spring weather roller coaster. Yep. Larry Galt says, morning, folks. 36 now, 73 later. 20 Saturday night. Yeah, you're going to have the cold one right before, a day before we do, looks like. Which sounds about right. It takes about a day for that, whatever you're having, to get here. Darren Birds, morning, everyone from Ontario, Canada. George says, well, it looks like spring's about to knock a big hole in the lake ice here just west of Ann Arbor. But of the 800 acres of surface, the open water is about 50 acres. Now, if we get a good wind, all right? Marcelo's here. Good morning, sir. Happy Thursday to you. Yeah, when you retire, every day's a Saturday or Sunday or whatever day you want it to be. Gary Hammett. Good morning, Gary. Steve Kronsky's in the house. 42 in Mustang, headed to 47. Appreciate the thumbs up, y'all. Be sure and tap that while you're here. TB says 32 here in Kansas, getting ready for Snowmageddon. That's how the crazies are acting, yeah. Supposed to get 2 or 3 inches, yeah. Gotcha. Here's JR. Good morning, JR. How you doing? Good to see you here on the coffee sessions. Doc Whitaker's here from Facebook. How you doing, Doc? Troy Pritchard's in the house. And also Monroe Cook. Welcome, everybody. Oop, let me see, I missed one. Bruce is here. Frosty, Southwest Montana, 0. Holy cow. You make me cold reading your posts like that. Just got done watching Joanne, the meteorologist there on my local news. TV channel was coming in good today. No issues today. And she said it's actually going to be warmer than what they said. Earlier, I think it was yesterday or the day before, she was saying that Sunday morning was going to be 22 degrees. Now she's saying we're going to be a balmy 25. So, but then, Monday we're back in the 60s. So just one last little slap in the face the way they do it. You think it's time to go hang your jacket up in the closet for the summer, and nah, it'll drop and get cold one last time. Let's see here. Mary Mallory's here. Good morning, Mary. Good to see you. Representing the women folk. Thank you. I think you're the only female in here right now. But we appreciate you. Earl Walker's in the house. Yeah. JR says, doing great. Dave, weather in the shop is an even 70 degrees. Thanks, Mini Split. Yeah, I hear you. That's about what it is right here. About 70 degrees. And I don't think it's all that bad out there. Nah, it's probably in the, I don't know, I hadn't even looked. I didn't really pay attention. Probably in the 50s, I'm guessing, right now. Now this says, well, let me update that. That's kind of behind. Yeah, 51. So not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, we'll try to. I ran some errands yesterday that I had to do, and gonna try to. Well, kind of started editing the video that I'm working on. I'll be trying to finish it up today. Um, get that done. So hopefully it'll be out Saturday. Or let's see, today's Thursday, maybe Friday. Nah, I'll probably do it Saturday morning, I guess. That's when I usually do them. Kathy's in the house. Good morning, Kathy. Good to see you. And James Ridgway over there on Facebook. Appreciate you stopping by. I did spend a little time yesterday evening playing around with a new G code sender. I'm going to have. We're going to be talking about the long mail CNC this Saturday. Having Andy Lee, who I'm not sure what his official title is. I think he's one of the founders of CNC Labs. So we're going to be talking about the long mail. Anyway, I've been kind of watching some videos, trying to learn a little bit about that, so I won't be totally ignorant when I have him on the show. But I got to say, they have one of the best websites as far as information. You get on there and start poking around, they have just a ton of good information for the brand new person. They have stuff that, resources where you can help select your software you want to use, because they kind of say, here's a big list of stuff that you can use. And then, here's what it's good at. So you kind of figure out what you want to do with it. And I just thought it was really a lot more information than what I see on a lot of other websites. But anyway, I've been playing around with their version of a G code sender, which is called G Sender, and I really like the layout of that. They really put a lot of thought into it. It's got a lot of features. Of course, it's not brand new. They've been working on it a while. But those young guys up there are pretty much on the ball. I think they've got a lot of cool features in that I really like. Stuff that a lot of the other ones don't have, at least the way I see it. So, JR says, isn't it funny that some companies make it hard to find info on their websites? Yeah. Some websites are just horrendous. It's hard. They're hard to navigate. The information is there, but it's hard as heck to find it sometimes. But I was watching some videos about their G Sender software. They have one of the young fellas does about a 2.5 hour live stream where he's kind of showing the points, and that one is probably, I think it's less than a year old. But then it made me come in here and open it up and poke around with it. But it's got, if you're using a machine that has an Arduino kind of operation, you might want to check that out, because it looks really, really good. Let's see, Wilson Rubom's here. Good morning, sir. He says thumbs up. Y'all doing a little better on them thumbs up today. Let's see. Hey, Dave. Great to see you back. I'll try to join you on spring break. Good to see y'all getting here, sir, too. Yeah, Doug, if y'all remember my buddy Doug Sisk, he's a teacher with the area, let's see if I can get it right, because I always want to say area 51, but it's area 31, teaching trades and construction and all that kind of stuff. And he's retiring, so he's on his last, I won't say he's on his last legs, but He's, I guess, last semester or something. So I've always said, when Doug said he didn't know what he was going to do when he retires, I said, well, you can come on. We'll call it the Doug and Dave show or whatever. He can be my partner on the coffee session. So maybe he'll do that. Let's see here. Jesse's in the house. Good morning, Jesse. As is Sean Draper. He's over on Facebook. How you doing, Sean? Yeah, let's see. What else was I going to talk about? Somebody, let's see, I think I saw him earlier. Where'd he go? No, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just thought I did. Okay, I was looking for Larry, but I don't think Larry's out there this morning. There's Rick Morphy. How you doing, Rick? Good to see you. Glad you stopped by the coffee sessions. Just hanging out, drinking coffee, and talking about stuff. Yeah. Saw on the news this morning that, of course, the Atlanta Braves won the World Series last year. And they were talking about how they're, there's Larry. He is there. I was gonna say, Larry, I think you were the one that said yesterday when I was talking about the Revolution that you'd like to have one, but you wasn't sure about the electronics. I think you said something like that. And then after I signed off, I got to thinking about that, and I'm like, well, it's super easy because it's pretty much a plug and play thing. So, it's not because I didn't have any machine that ran with an Arduino thing, and it was super easy to do. So, don't let that intimidate you. It's easy peasy. Okay, Sean said in the hospital had a stent put in yesterday. All right, well, I hope you're doing well, Sean. I don't have any experience with stents. I have experience with other spare parts, but not stents. So hope you're doing well. Stephen Toronto's in the house. Good morning, Stephen. Anyway, back to the baseball thing. I guess everybody in Atlanta, when I say everybody, the TV people anyway, they're all bummed out because they wanted Atlanta to have another big year because of they won the World Series last year. But there I go, getting blurry again. I tell you what, and I didn't notice it getting blurry at all yesterday, but I tried something different, and that is I restarted my router thing. But there it goes. I started to do it today, and I'm like, well, no, because I never turn it off and turn it back on. Yesterday when I did, it's probably the first time I've done it in a year or so. And I'm thinking, well, maybe I should try that. And I'm wondering if I should do it every day, start turning the thing off and back on, because it just got blurry just then a minute ago. So who knows? Anyway, but yeah, I guess the Braves have already canceled like the first 2 weeks of the game because they're all in negotiations with the owners, and I don't know if anybody here cares. I really don't, because they're all a bunch of rich folks. It's either the players are rich or the owners are rich or both rich. So probably arguing over who's who's going to get money or something. I don't know what they're arguing over, but it won't make any difference to me whether they play or not. I don't care because I don't really watch them anyway. Let's see. JR says, Dave and crew, figuring out my next life chapter, wondering if anyone here offers CNC services to their local area as a business, wholesale or retail, not making Etsy type stuff. I don't know. There you go, people. Let JR know if you're doing anything like that. I haven't, I haven't ever really wanted to make anything. For an Etsy store or any kind of thing like that. But I suppose you could, who knows, right here in this little town I live in, if they knew I had all these CNCs in my garage, they might come up with something. I know one thing I've thought about, and then I think about it for a minute, and then I kind of like, nah, I don't really want to do that. But, if you make little, what's the thing I'm trying to think of? But, a lot of real estate companies, sometimes even insurance companies, but particularly the real estate companies, when they sell a house, they like to give a gift to the homeowner. Some agents will do that. My agent, back when I bought this house, she gave me some kind of glassware thing or something. But I have heard that if you make, it may not be much, maybe a set of coasters or a cutting board or something like that, but then you can sell them to the real estate folks because they'll use them as gifts to give to new homeowners. I don't know whether that'd be a big thing or not, but it's something I think about occasionally. I'm like, well, I got all the CNCs out there. I probably should do something. And I'm thinking, nah, I don't really want a job. So I don't want to make anything. But I've also thought about coming up with, I don't know whether this would be anything anybody'd be interested in too, because it would have to be pretty much fairly local people. But I've also thought about coming up with almost some kind of like a little CNC course where people could come here and I'd just let them play with my machines and learn how to do stuff. And I've got enough different machines with different kind of controls and things like that. No matter what kind of machine they're thinking about getting, I've probably got one that's similar to it. And of course, a lot of the CNC stuff is, a lot of the big mistakes that new people make, they're going to make them no matter what kind of machine they make. So I don't know. I just don't know whether, and again, I don't know that I'd want to do it. I wouldn't want to have a big crowd of folks here, but like if I could do a one-on-one or maybe two people that were interested in, getting into CNC and you could kind of show them the ropes a little bit. I should do something because I have, all that equipment out there and I really just piddle around with it these days. I still make the Gatton kits and stuff like that, but I'm doing that kind of, a lot fewer of those than I used to. So have a lot of open machine time. But anyway, good luck on figuring out what you want to do, JR. You're a pretty smart dude. I think you'll do fine. Also, that just doing the YouTube thing, man, you're killing it with the YouTube videos. That last one you did was excellent. I thought how you put on your spindle and all that stuff. Larry says he gives away everything. Yeah. I usually, like everything I make, it just sits around. It collects, and because I don't really have anybody to give it to, and I don't want to sell it. Like I said, I don't want to deal with an Etsy store or anything like that. So I usually just set it around, and after I get tired of looking at it, I end up throwing it in the fire pit usually. Nothing. There's been a few things I give away, but not very often. I really don't have anybody to give them to, because everybody I know could make it themselves. That's the bad thing when you everybody you know is a CNC guy like you are. It's like they don't need nothing. They can make it themselves. So anyway, y'all listen close. You might be able to hear Jack snore. He's starting to get. He's right behind me, laying right behind my chair, and he's starting to get wound up here. So anyway, how many? I know Larry says everything he makes he gives away. What about the rest of you CNC guys out there? What do you do with your stuff? Do you have an Etsy store, or some folks might take them to local craft shows and stuff, which I know the COVID thing kind of put a dent in that, but all that's starting to open back up. Yeah, JR says I make a lot of furniture related products, but I have a lot of unused machine time. Just thinking out loud. Yeah, I know what you mean, because it's like, when you invest in a machine and stuff, and it's not, of course, I guess it just depends. If it's for a hobby and you don't really care that it's just sitting there not running, that's fine. But then sometimes I walk out in my garage and I look at some of those machines I have, and I'm like, especially the ones that I've paid for, and I'm thinking, man, that's an awful expensive machine just to be sitting there and not running. It ought to be doing something, because that's the thing. They don't make any money if they're not running. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think about the training thing. I don't know whether that would be a thing or not. Maybe it would. It's just hard to find, because unless you know somebody that lives close to you that has a machine, and then you're thinking, you might be able to talk them into showing you a little bit of stuff. But then again, they might be fairly new at it themselves too, and they can't really show you a whole lot, or they might show you the wrong way to do things. Which I see that on Facebook all the time. Somebody will ask a question about something, and I see wrong advice given all the time, and I just like, okay. Larry says, I'm like you. I don't want a job. Yeah. Yeah, there goes my thing again, getting blurry over there. I don't understand what the deal is. I guess tomorrow when I come and do the coffee sessions, I will restart that router again and see if that, because I didn't notice it yesterday at all. But that's at least the second time. It's blurry. I got YouTube right on this other screen. It's blurry as heck. And that's ridiculous, because it's supposed to, it's not like I'm on Wi-Fi. It's on the dadgum hardwired thing. And I don't have anything else running, nothing else in the house that would be taxing it at all. So I don't get it. Larry said I froze up once too. Yeah, see, I don't like that. It never used to do that. I may have to switch internet providers or something because I've been with um, it's that Charter Spectrum thing, and all I get is internet. I don't have the cable TV or phone service or anything. They send me offers all, and they make me mad because I pay like it's about $75 a month, I think, just for internet service. And then they'll send me a thing. Go, well, you can bundle and it'll be less than what you're paying now. And I'm like, well, why don't you just give me a deal? I'm a loyal customer, you know. But I don't want that other stuff. I don't need that other stuff. Just give me a good deal. But now they just keep it the same price. In fact, it usually goes up $5 about every 6 months to a year. So it'll be $80 again here before long. Let's see. The training idea is a great idea. So many people learn through hands-on and would invest in expert help. Yeah, that's that's why I feel like there would be some people that would want to pay somebody and go to their place and get some hands-on training because I've always said that, and a lot of you guys out there that have been following me a long time probably know this and heard me said it. Uh, you know, I feel like you give me 5 or 10 minutes with somebody, I can have them running a CNC machine. Now they don't know everything, but as far as it's not rocket science. It's really not that hard. It takes a little common sense, which is in short supply these days, but uh, it's not that hard. But I would be happy to help somebody out as long as they wanted to, come here and we just start at square one. This is how you turn it on. This is the steps you take to. And like I said, I've got not counting the Bob's rotary thing that I have out there. I have 3 other CNCs of various sizes. So I could show folks all kinds of stuff on things to do. The order. A lot of times there's things you have to do, and you need to do them in this order to make everything come out right. I don't know. I might think about that. Let's see here. Looks like my time's about up. George says I should blame the Russian hackers. Yeah, that might be it. I'm sure they probably got more important things to hack than the coffee sessions. Mary said she's interested. I think my sister might be also. Okay. It'd be a pretty good haul for you to come, though. Like I said, that's the only thing. You have a lot of expense to, unless it's just somebody that lives close enough they can just drive over right then and spend the day with you. But it'd be doable. And of course the software and stuff. I have VCarve Pro, so you could do that part of it too. How to take it really from an idea in your head and how to get it into there and how to get it drawn up. And Well, I might have to work on that, come up with some kind of a little thing. I might even be able to do it virtually. I don't know, except they can't get the hands on the machine. But and that's really what I'm more interested in is having them, because it's always cool to see that their face light up when they do that first project, and it's like, oh man, this is cool. That's that's what I always like. Anyway, I guess we'll get out of here. It's time to my time went off. Let's see. Mary says just a plane ride. Hubby works for the airline. Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll have to think about that then. Well, I guess I'll get out of here. Y'all make sure you leave a thumbs up. Looks like y'all have, because we got more thumbs up than we have people watching. But if you haven't left one, hit one on the way out. I appreciate it. And we'll try and make it back tomorrow. I should be able to. And I got to get busy and get that video edited. I started it yesterday. Got to do some narration on it and a few other little things. Hopefully, I can have that ready to come out this Saturday. But anyway, y'all have a great Thursday, and we will talk at you later. See you.